Hi, I'm Dallas Kiro, and welcome to Inside Creative Lives. Today we'll be talking to stylist, actor, and content creator, Marie Zydek. Marie is such an inspiring person. She's really carved out a unique space for herself as someone who helps women and men in periods of particular transitions in their life and helps them redefine their lives through their style. I can't wait for you to hear Marie's story and get to know her. I know you'll love her just as much as I do.
It's not just clothing. It's about how do I want to feel in my clothing and what is holding me back from feeling my best. It's more psychological, right? Than just creative. Sometimes I feel I'm part therapist, part stylist. Hi, I'm Marie Zydek. I'm a personal stylist, and I help women and men dress their best through life's biggest transitions. And I also do some acting from time to time and content creation on social media.
Okay, let's talk about investing in your wardrobe. What are investment pieces? They are items that you are willing to pay more money for so that you can wear them longer.
Some of my earliest creative memories were when I was a little kid, dancing and performing for my family when we had family birthday dinners and just dancing in my room. My mom put me in dance when I think I was about 4 or 5 years old. And that really gave me a place to express myself. I first got interested in fashion as a little kid. When my mom looked after me at home, I would change outfits probably 3 or 4 times every day. As I grew up, I got to express myself through costumes and dancing. I got into musical theater when I was probably 13, 14, and I really enjoyed that aspect of acting, not just dancing, but acting, singing, and dancing. And then when I was about 16, I did research how do people get on TV? So I asked my parents, I'm like, can I get an agent? And they said, well, if you really want to. So I got an agent. And then from there, I got some little jobs here and there. And then after I graduated from high school, I went to Grant MacEwan and I did the theater arts program for 2 years there. So I am a trained musical theater actor, artist. And then from there, I did some professional theater shows and I kept doing TV and film. And then the rest of my education was when I moved to Vancouver and I studied with a man named Michael Sims. And I probably learned more from him than when I was in college. I moved to Vancouver when I was 20. I wanted to break into the TV and film industry there. It was harder than I thought it was going to be. I was waitressing. I was doing Pilates there, taking acting class, which I really, really enjoyed, but nothing was really happening. I would go on a few auditions here and there, but I wouldn't get booked. I do have an anxiety disorder. I've dealt with anxiety my whole life, so I was on medication. I was feeling so good, I thought, oh, maybe I don't really need the medication. I was kind of coming off of it with no medical supervision, and that's when my mental health took a toll. One night I had the worst panic attack of my life, where I had to have a friend come over and I called my parents and my parents were very concerned. My mom was on a flight the next day to come get me and take me home. It almost wasn't really not that I did have a choice, but I just felt in the state I was in, there was no way I could be on my own. So then I ended up leaving everything in Vancouver and moving home, didn't have a job, and I just felt lost. So my road to recovery in Edmonton was seeing professionals, getting back into therapy, getting on the right medication. And it was kind of just figuring out what do I need right now as I heal and as I become stronger. Because when I get in an anxious moment, I can't really leave the house. I'm very depressed. I'm crying all the time. And that had been such a significant shift. I had created a life in Vancouver and then I came home and I had nothing. And I'm moving back into my parents' house at age 25, which really isn't that old at all. But I'm what am I going to do with my life? And so then an opportunity came up. My best friend's dad's company needed a receptionist. And they were well, my parents were you need routine. Why don't you, just do this? And I said, okay, yeah, you know what? I'll take the job. I was anxious every morning for months. But I got more comfortable with the job. And that honestly, that's the stability I needed. I still hooked up with my Edmonton agent. I could still do, some auditions here and there and gigs when they came up. It wasn't a creative job at all. It was answering phones. It was the stability I needed. That's when I got into the fashion blogging because I craved more creativity. That was the time when fashion blogging was a big thing. There was no Instagram, there was no TikTok, no social media. It was just like blogspot.com. And I was following a lot of other bloggers and I thought, you know what, I'm gonna do that. It's a neat creative outlet. I love fashion, I love getting dressed. So I would pick outfits for myself and I would have my boyfriend, now husband at the time, take pictures of me, and then I would do these blog posts and tell everyone what I was wearing, where I got it, what I was feeling that day, what I had going on, and I would share some styling tips, and I kind of had a documented fashion journal for a few years. I met a lot of other fashion bloggers in the Edmonton fashion community, and I had noticed a couple of them were doing styling for fashion shoots with models and photographers. Models needed photos for their portfolios, and stylists also need, photos for their portfolios, so it was kind of an exchange. The photographer was like, Marie, I think you would be really good at personal styling. You're very personable, you know what looks good, why don't you give it a try? You're gonna get married and you're probably gonna have kids, and this would be a really good job for you. That moment changed my life. We were on a shoot and the hairstylist said, hey, I have a client that wants someone to go through their closet and take them shopping for missing pieces to fill in the gaps in their wardrobe. Do you do that? I'm I'm just gonna, you know what? I'm gonna learn as I go. And I did, and we went shopping, went really well. At the end of it, she told me that I was charging too little. And then she recommended me to her male colleague. And so I worked with him and they gave me testimonials and I created a website. So that's how I became a personal stylist.
I know that you're going back to work, so you need some business casual, some business dressy.
Yes.
Look at you! I love this. How do you feel?
I feel amazing. Yeah, I feel tall. I feel like I have a good butt.
Yeah.
This dress. Love the dress.
I first went viral on TikTok posting about 7 reasons why you have a closet full of clothes and nothing to wear.
I'm a personal stylist, and here are 7 reasons why you have a closet full of clothes but nothing to wear. Number 1, you don't have enough basics. Number 2, you buy pieces of clothing just because they're on sale, but not because you love them. Number 3, your clothes don't fit. Number 4, your wardrobe no longer suits your lifestyle. Number 5, you are overwhelmed with all of the options in your closet. Number 6, you don't know what your personal style is. And number 7, you don't purge your closet often enough.
And then from there, a lot of people wanted to work with me just from this one viral video. And then I had another one go viral, and it was just behind the scenes of me at a client's house after we had gone shopping, putting outfits together with what she already had in her wardrobe and her new items that she bought during our shopping session. And people saw the outfits and they reached out to me wanting to work with me. And that's when I had to implement virtual styling into my business. I work with people, a lot of people in the States. I work with people in Estonia and Japan, all across Canada. The secret to making videos that connect with people is to show how you can solve their problems. A lot of people get up in the morning and they stare at their closet for 5 to 10 minutes deciding what to wear. And that's over time, that's a lot of time and stress. But if I can make it easier for them, taking them shopping, putting outfits together in a digital lookbook, and they see that as a solution.
Okay, you guys, before you add anything new to your wardrobe, I want you to ask yourself these 5 questions. I recently purchased this Gap jacket, and here's what I asked myself before I added it to my cart. Number 1, do I love it? Yes, I actually found it last year for a client of mine, and I really, really liked it, but I didn't purchase it then because I was kind of wearing my blue denim jacket a lot, and I just didn't think I needed it yet. Number 2, do I have anything similar in my wardrobe? No, I don't. And I have nothing with studs in my closet either. Number 3, how would I wear this? Can it go with at least 3 other items in my wardrobe? It can go with so many things. A black t-shirt, a white t-shirt, a graphic t-shirt, a sweatshirt, a sweater. I can wear it with jeans and black booties, or a casual pair of pants and sneakers. I can even dress it up with a black lace camisole underneath it. The options for styling this jacket are endless. Number 4, where do I see myself wearing this? So my first thought was, this jacket would be so cute to wear to a concert, right? Like, how cute would it look with jean shorts and cowboy boots? So I definitely see myself wearing it to fun events, but it could also be an everyday jacket. Very versatile. Number 5, can I picture myself wearing it 2-3 years from now? Absolutely. Once I answered these questions, I knew this item was for me. And it just so happened it was on sale, major sale. It's supposed to come today in the mail, and I cannot wait to wear it in the spring.
I've been in periods of transitions where you feel like kind of like a fish out of water. I know as women, we go through body changes and, pregnancy, postpartum, perimenopause, menopause. And I feel a lot of women can feel stuck. But if I can show them how they can, highlight their best assets and feel good no matter, what size they are or what stage they are. A new mom going back to work or someone changing careers, it's also like an exciting time. And I love it when I can help people put their best foot forward. I just find that like really, really fulfilling because clothing is so powerful. And sometimes we're not aware how powerful it is until you're in an outfit that makes you feel, amazing. Living with an anxiety disorder, something that really helps me stay balanced and stable is with my scheduling. I will only schedule 1 client a day. I know there's other stylists out there who maybe have like 2 or 3 appointments with clients per day, but I feel like I just don't have the mental capacity to work with that many people per day. I want to give all of my energy to this one client. In addition to being a personal stylist, I'm a mom, I'm a wife, I'm a friend, I'm a sister, a daughter. So there's a lot of areas of my life that I need to tend to. And when I'm with a client, I want to give them my all. I want to give them my energy. And even though I'm only working with them, for 3 hours, I am like focused for those 3 hours. And afterwards, I might be exhausted. And, if I had, two more other clients, that's when my anxiety would creep in. So I just have to keep my life very balanced. I have to make sure there's time for exercising, walking the dog, and then also being there for my son and husband as well. I think it's different being a woman entrepreneur because we have lots of responsibilities at home as well. Like my husband works a full-time job and I have my business. I'm driving Miles to school. I'm picking him up. I'm making his lunch. I make sure he has a snack when he gets home. That's a lot of mental activity going on too. But plus I'm running a business and I have admin work and I have to do social media. I have to market myself. Like this is all the behind the scenes as well. I reached out to a coach because I was feeling very stuck creatively in my business. I wasn't feeling very passionate anymore. And I felt like I needed a change, but I didn't know what that change was. She just showed me like this past year that you don't have to do things you don't want to do in your business. So I cut out the parts in my business that I didn't like doing. It took a lot of fear out of advancing my business and raising my prices and redoing my packages. When I work with someone, I don't want them to just like have a few good outfits they feel confident in. I want them to feel and be transformed. I wish people knew that personal styling isn't just for celebrities. People think, oh, personal styling is such a luxury service, and hiring a personal stylist is a luxury, just like hiring a makeup artist or a hairstylist to do your hair for a big event. If you're a lawyer or a doctor, even, a stay-at-home mom, you're important too. So why shouldn't you feel good in what you're wearing, right? Why shouldn't you feel confident? Why shouldn't you feel your best self? You gotta get dressed every day, right? Like you might as well dress in something that you love or that you feel good in and confident in.